A big hello and warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the channeling session, the second part of it. Let's get started. The main message of this channeling is my twin flame is not healed, and I know that. This is the main message that was given to me, and it was explained to me, the download was explained to me in this way. I have previously also explained this, but every download, sometimes the title may be same, but every download is different because it is like the next level or the next stage of that particular title. So today I was told that those people who understand that their mirror or whosoever they are, hooked on to, obsessed with, or they think about a lot. See, you have to understand, out of all the millions of people, you are hooked on to one person. There has to be a reason behind it. Why are you hooked on to that person? You need to write it down. That these are the reasons why I like this person. And you have to be very honest with yourself. You can, say 100 things to the whole world. But with your own self, you need to have the greatest level of honesty. That yes, this is what I like. This is who I am. This is my problem or this is my advantage. And this person who I'm constantly thinking about, why do I want this person? Is it because this person is filthy rich and I've lived in poverty consciousness all throughout my life? And they have a legacy and they have like support and they are getting everything from other people. Like, how did they manage to do this? Maybe I'm drawn to that energy that they have, which is making them actually manifest so many things in their life. And then you can mention another thing if you like about them. For example, their looks. This person is very good looking. I find this person to be very good looking. What are the features I like about this person? Maybe their eyes, maybe their body, maybe the way they speak, maybe their voice. You have to mention everything, that what is it that you like about this person. Exactly what it is. It is their body, it is their looks, it is the money, is it the way they dress up, or is it their position in the society? Maybe this is a person who's very popular. Like I remember when I was in my early 20s, we used to go to nightclubs. That was like the normal thing to do. And there used to be a guy who used to, go to the club just like everybody else. But he was, again, coming from a very rich, very well-to-do background. He had like the BMWs and this and that. And I remember I was inside the washroom once. He was a friend of mine, so he still is a friend of mine. So I could obviously talk to him anytime. For me, it was not a big deal. But I could see that there were so many other girls and even guys, okay, not homosexuals, just they were so fascinated by him that I remember I was inside the washroom once. I was literally inside, so I could listen to the voices of the people who are outside, in front of the mirror area. And 3 to 4, 5 girls maybe, they were inside. And they all started saying, oh my God, this guy's coming, he's about to reach the club, he's about to do this, he's about to do that. And I used to be like, what? This is intense. Like, till that time, it had not dawned upon to me that, this guy is so sought after by so many people. And then I remember one day, all the guys, we were all hanging out together and all the guys were there. And there was some girl who had been on television. She had done some show or something. And she was like she was like some popular face. But I knew that girl also very well. I had hung out with her also. She was literally, she had no brains. She could just be with anybody if they would show her even little bit of money or little bit of fame and recognition, that she could get it. So she would be with those people. And such people may get popular for a while, but they don't have a long, run. So she was coming and everybody was going crazy for her. Like everybody wanted to see her. And I knew her when she was not even popular. I knew her since the time when she was just like anybody else. So for me, it was not a big deal. I was like, okay, she's coming, good for her. But when she came in, she also, her attention or her, you can say, admiration or her all of her time and all of her everything was going for this guy who everybody was crazy for. And this guy also did not miss out the opportunity. He took her for a drive and in his BMW, and lots of things happened. Because I always had this masculine energy in me, I still have it. I have both feminine and masculine energy, and I've always had it since my childhood. So men are also very comfortable with me, so they tell me everything. So most of my guy friends, whosoever were there that day with us, they told me everything, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, it's funny, it's amusing. Anyway, now I mean, it's been a couple of years now, everybody's grown. But if you think about it, if you go back to those days, you know, when you were young and we were young and we were stupid, and we thought we are very cool, even though we were quite foolish sometimes, but we used to think that we are cool, especially with the hairstyles and the clothing. Sometimes it's really funny to, you know, go back and think about the things that we used to do. But this game used to be played even at that point in time. All types of people were there, and everybody was literally, you know, when you're in the materialistic reality, when you're living in the limbo state, you can, even at that time, if you are an ascensioner, if you have that spark of, you know, doing inner work, you will always be able to notice these things from an outside perspective, like a bird's eye view perspective. And that bird's eye view perspective is the one that helps you to heal faster and better. So this channeling's message is that you need to get out of that zone where you are becoming a character, getting caught up in the story, getting caught up in the trends of the world. Instead of doing that, you know, instead of being fascinated by any of those things, you need to just write down what all do you like about anybody. Because this is the point that I wanted to make in the very beginning, but you know, I had to explain all of this. That some of the people, they don't have this whole twin flame journey experience with the same person. At the time of recognition, they attract someone else. And when they feel that, okay, I recognize myself and the need that I have in me of being with a true lover or a real lover or an actual lover, not somebody who's loving me for the outside things, for the money I have, for the looks I have, for the communication I have, or my body, or anything else that's going good for you, anything that you possess, or anything the other person possesses. You need to look at your list also, and you need to ask questions that how much of this is actually connected to the soul and the spirit, and how much of it is actually just plainly connected to the materialistic things. Maybe I'm also fascinated by the materialistic things in this person. Maybe the way they are manifesting only the materialistic things. So when you actually get out and you go into this bird's eye view, you will understand that this girl who's this trying to get famous and recognized, and she's popular, and that's why people are into her. This girl is also full of fears and insecurities, because she knows that she has to really work hard to be popular, to be likable. And obviously she doesn't like herself, the core. That's why she has created this other personality, you know, this other person, the new person, or whosoever, you know, in her head she thinks, okay, this is the person who other people will like. She creates that personality and then she goes with that, you know. Similarly, this rich guy who has a lot of money, has all the cars, he's handsome, he's good looking. Women are talking about him in the washroom also. Oh, he's coming, my God. All of that they are doing. This guy also has his insecurities. Ask me, because I know. This guy also is looking for, and why is he attracted to that very popular girl? Later on, he actually was dating someone who's very big in the Bollywood industry actually. So he was, and it didn't work out either, because that's his insecurity. That's his insecurity, because of which he's feeling that I am good looking, I am rich, I am everything, but I cannot speak in front of the camera, or not so many people know me. So if I am going to be with someone who is good in that area, I will be good enough person, or I will be likable person, or I will be worthy of this and that. That's how this whole game is being played. That the other person is going to bring in something which will fulfill my life, which will fulfill me as a person. Right? So we need to actually do a lot of self-analysis and self-studies without getting into the judgment, oh, I'm not a good person, I'm a bad person, and I'm not. Come on. All this is not required. Nobody is perfect on this planet. Nobody is perfect, and everybody is doing inner work, especially the people who want to become better. Somebody is doing it in the physical way, like they want to have a fit body, a healthy body, good looking body. So they are working hard. And if you look at the rickshaw pullers, or if you look at the people who, collect the date palms, you see their bodies. They have the best bodies. And at 100 years of age also, they have very fit body. But they have poverty consciousness. They cannot sleep or they cannot be happy. So they need a lot of alcohol, cheap alcohol. All the poor rickshaw pullers, people who work collecting the garbage, they are otherwise very happy people. They can do any task. They are not scared of hard work. But they have their own tensions. Though in the night they need to get the cheap alcohol from the market, drink, take some, and go off to sleep. They won't remember anything till the time they don't wake up in the morning, because the next day it's the same grind all over again. And someone who's very wealthy, well off, very rich, has so many other things going on for them, they also cannot sleep in the night. They need sleeping pills, or they need some expensive high quality alcohol or high quality drug or something, that will put them to sleep. Maybe they have good doctors who are giving them good pills, but they're also disconnected from their soul. So that's why I say being overtly wealthy and not doing anything for anyone, just working on your ego and your image, and being overtly poor and not being able to do anything for yourself or even the people around you. Both these things are mental disorders. Both these things are not healthy. These things are not healthy at all. Because both the parties cannot sleep in the night. Both the parties, whether they do exercise, whether they eat, whether they drink, whether they go anywhere, it's only for the external image. It's not for the soul. So love, your twin flame experience is not teaching you just to be someone who's just obsessed for a person madly and lost their plot and lost their mind completely and wasting so much time crying over them every day, thinking about the same person every day, literally every day, like for hours and hours and hours, You must be thinking, yeah, you're finding it very funny. Think about me. I'm finding it funny because I've been there too. I've done this too when I was a teenager, when I was growing up. I used to get obsessed with a person. Maybe I have a crush on someone and I'm obsessed by that person. But every time I think it was inner work that saved me, because once I got into the inner work mode, or once I realized that, this person who I'm crushing on, this person is not even treating me like a human being, not even looking at me. And when I would move on from that person, the same person will start chasing me, same person would start going after me, same person would make efforts to meet me, be with me. And that would be really shocking to me even at that age. What just happened? When I was after them, they were not interested in me. Now when I don't care about them, now when I've realized that they're not good for me and they're not even spiritual, or they are just doing weird things. Back in those days, I think we would not talk about spirituality. Back in those days, we'll talk about education, looks, being a trendsetter, speaking good English, and being academically good. Because I remember the guy I had a crush on, he was really poor in his studies. He used to fail. And I'm talking about the time when I was not a kid, I was a grown-up girl, 15, 16, 17, that time frame I'm talking about. And he was elder to me, but he always used to pretend that he's very highly qualified and very academically sound and very good and all. But later on, I found out that he was actually failing in all his studies, and he used to pay someone else to give exams for him, and still he would not pass. and I purposely would talk to him in English just to know how much how much he knows English, and he would not know any English. In fact, he could not even say Leonardo DiCaprio. He would say Ludano DiCaprio or something like that. I mean, I don't want to make fun of anyone, but this is my channel. I have to share some of my experiences so that you people don't think that I have just been dropped on planet Earth just like I was born that way. No, I was maybe born that way, but I also got programmed. So when I found out couple of things about this guy, I was like, oh no, he's so below my standard. I cannot have a crush on him. And that's when he started chasing me, because he realized that I know that he doesn't know whatever he's pretending, and I know that I'm better than him. So why am I chasing him? So then later on, things, obviously you mature, you grow, then we became good friends, and then I could sense and I could see his insecurities and I could see my insecurities, and I kind of forgave all of that. And I don't even know that where that person is, but I still remember, because there was a time I was literally crying in front of my friends, like, oh, he's not calling me, he doesn't call me. I was literally crying. I would constantly think about him, to the point that I got sick of thinking about him. I literally got sick in my head thinking about the same person over and over again. And I still remember I would call on his number and I would ask him to keep talking to me. And he would be doing some work. His father had given him some work. So he would talk to me for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, and he would say, I'll call you back. And I would say, when will you call me back? And he would say, I'll call you back, say, in 20 minutes or half an hour. And he would never do that. He would never call me back after half an hour. And the whole day would pass by me waiting in front of the phone. And that would piss me off, that like, why would this person do this to me? And then, I don't know, it was grace of God, just dawned upon me that I should not be doing this. This is very unhealthy. This is not a good thing to do. This is making me look like a stupid person. And this is actually, in my own eyes, I felt like I had fallen, in my own eyes. I should respect myself a lot. So when I saw my own condition, I was like, what am I doing to myself? Like, what is this? This is not good. And that's it, boom. One day, the next day, or maybe in 2-3 days, I just changed. I just changed into a new person. And yes, that's when this person again started contacting me, and he came to meet me couple of times. We went on a holiday, like all of that happened. Obviously not alone. We were still young. We were with a group of people. And there, he kind of expressed to me how much he likes me, but I could see the language barrier was there, and I could see the insecurities were there. So all this while I was thinking that this person doesn't like me, doesn't want to be with me, but actually maybe he was thinking that I'm too good for him. And that's when the forgiveness, and that's when the acceptance, and that's when the understanding, all of these things started coming in. So our relationships also teach us a lot. We just need to look at them with a pragmatic and scientific and more spiritualistic approach. That's why I ask people to put it down on paper. Why is it that they're obsessing for a person? Because they will get clarity, okay, this is what I'm looking for. And if I'm looking for all these things in another person, definitely I feel that I lack it. I mean, back in those days when you're just 16, 17, what would you write down? What I could have written down was, he has light eyes, green eyes or brown eyes or whatever it was. Or he's tall. And I remember back then, I'm 5'2" or 5'3". I used to feel like I should have been taller. So every time I would see tall guys, I would be like, wow, he's tall. Or he's got light eyes, or he's confident, like he doesn't care about anybody. So I can go on and on and on, and I can share a lot of my love stories with you, but I don't think that's required. So you also have a lot of experience. Look into those experiences. Think about the person you had the first crush on. Think about the first time when you liked someone. How did that go? When you had experienced this liking or this infatuation, when you were still growing up, how did that person treat you? Did that person reject you? Did that person tell you that, no, I can't talk to you? Even if it was a, kiddie thing, like childhood thing. Did someone reject you when you were very young? And how did that make you feel about yourself? You got to go back in time and think about all those things also. Sometimes, this is also part of inner work. Treat it like inner work. Treat it like finding who you are and where your wounds and your pain is coming from. All right. So yeah, basically you need to know that the other person is not healed and they are just mirroring you. And it could also be possible that you are a healed person, they are not, and you need to grow compassion for them. Maybe you are really better than them in many places, for many things, in many areas of your life. But you have attracted them because you just want to forgive people for not being that amazing sometimes. As I said, a high vibrational man can also be married to a low vibrational woman. Or a high vibrational woman can be married to a very low vibrational man. As long as you know how to create boundaries. Maybe when the time you got married to that person, you did not know that much, and now this person has acted like a catalyst in your life and helping you to work on yourself. Maybe they've walked away from you, they've taken the child away from you, or maybe there is some other situation, they did not treat you nicely, and that treatment itself made you go inwards. But because of the inner work that you did in last 10, 12, 15 years staying with this person did not do any inner work and they remained where they were. But you have risen to a certain level where you like to work on yourself, where you like to correct your behavior, where you like to correct yourself, and you need to thank that person. Sometimes people have children, sometimes they formed families, so they don't want to let that person go. They feel, this person has stood by me, and yet there is this anger, there is this frustration, there is negativity because the other person doesn't like you anymore, or even if they like you as a husband or as a wife, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, but they have jealousy, they have some kind of enviousness. They feel that maybe they are not able to grow because of you, because they have to take care of you, and you have grown up so much that now they look like a dwarf in front of you, their growth, their success. So you sometimes need to have compassion for those people. It's good to have compassion, but at the same time, you need to stop your attachment. Maybe you're also hanging out with them only because you are very attached. You need to give them space. You need to let them be. You need to stop mocking them. You need to stop making fun of them. You need to draw boundaries. You need to be quiet and silent, sometimes, because you know that they are not happy around you. But they love you too, so they are just doing whatever they can. With the bitterness, with the negative approach, some people separate this. Some of you might not believe, but a lot of twin flames are in separation while they are living under the same roof, while they are married and committed to each other. I work with a lot of married twin flames also. I think I've spoken about it in previous channeling. So it's not like only single people or non-married people are in twin flame journey. They are having it very hard too. Because imagine you are married to someone, you have a relationship with someone for so many years, you live under the same roof, you don't want to divorce each other, you don't want to go your separate ways, but there is no love. So what do? Or there is no understanding. There is love also, but there is no understanding. The moment you sit next to them, there is an argument. The moment you say anything to them, they take it very negatively, or you are kind of taking it in a way that, okay, this person doesn't like it, but I'll still say it. This person is not liking my energy, not liking my presence, not liking my constant advice, my constant, chatter around them, but I'll still say it. I'll still tell them about fitness, about eating good food. Maybe your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your wife is not as fit as you are. Now you keep telling them, keep rubbing it on their faces. Hey, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. If they don't want to do it, let it be. You have to form your own circle. You have to form your own group of people. Maybe some of the people who are around you don't feel that great being with you or talking to you or spending time with you. And if they don't, the best thing to do is give them space and take your own space, because you also have some self-respect. This is for those people who are trying to sort out relationships while they are with those people under the same roof, or they are in some kind of commitment, or maybe it is their family members. Just walk away for a while. Do your own thing. Don't meddle too much into their business. Even though I know your intention is good, even though I know you want them to learn what you know and come to your level so that they can enjoy with you and together you can enjoy. But if they are not in that space, your pestering them will not help. All right. So yeah, for your personal situation, you can check out the description box, which has all the information. If you are looking for a group class, then join the Patreon link, get the membership, and this week only we are conducting a group session. We can include you also in that. For booking personal sessions and therapies, again, the PayPal link is given in the description box with all the details that you need to know. If you are a celebrity or a popular person, then this fee will not apply to you. Then you have to write to me and I would be the one who would decide, because you cannot be treated, a popular famous person cannot be treated the same way like other people. All right. And to get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, also the link is given in the description box, the Amazon Kindle link. You can click that and get the book. It's a high vibrational book. You must read it. Other than that, if you have any questions that you feel that you need an answer for, or an answer would be good, if it's a good question, if it helps more people in the community, then I would love to answer it. So please drop it down in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out. I will see you soon in another one. Jai Shri Ram.